So I am currently in the middle of cleaning up my Swaybar. It's hit with some rust red high build, trying to fill in a little bit of the nicks and crannies and blah blah blah. But this is a pain to clean. It was caked in motor oil, power steering fluid, brake fluid, I mean everything. It was on it. I had to scrape it first, then use some grill cleaner and a Scotch-Brite to clean the whole thing. I'm going to hopefully get that in blue today. This one's perfectly fine on my inner fenders. This has just got to get a very hard sanding. Just this side. The inside's going to be, it's either bedline or undercoat. I'm not sure which one I'm doing yet. This is my actual other fender, inner fender. And the only thing I can tell so far that's wrong with it is right here, which is the inner structure rotted away, and the outer structure also. But I think I just saw a crack down here. Yep, I'll have to try to address that a little bit. That is my passenger side one I took off. God, the cicadas are loud. And this is the replacement. This is a square front end core that I have to cut up to fix my stepped front end core sport. Yay. But we're going to try to get some progress done today. Today's high is 88, and it's supposed to be literally for the next 6 days 90 plus. So the wiring is really close to done on the engine. I just have to do a little bit more tucking, and what I mean by that is like this wire going through there. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to zip tie all the wires together back there. Everything up here I don't really care about. It's fine. This stuff really can't go anywhere, so it is what it is. These have to be painted black. I still have to get a shift linkage. I've got the stock one, but I don't think it's going to work because I didn't keep the stock, or not stock, but the Turbo 350 shift block. I didn't keep it. Not to mention 4-speed 4L60E 3-speed Turbo 350. So those aren't going to match anyway. Got my heater core hoses on. Got my heater line done. Don't worry about that. That's just where it's hanging. It's got it pushed in. What else? That's about it. Once I get the Swaybar on and the grommet on those, I can start working on my core support and get it back, not on, but fixed, straightened up, so I can put my new radiator in, which I don't know if I've ever shown, but it's right here. Dual electric fan, 3-core aluminum. This is actually set up for the 305 that was in here, which means it's got the lower outlet and the driver's side upper, which if I could make it my own way, I'd like to have the lower and the upper on the same side, because the hoses would be very better that way on these swaps, and the radiator cap would be on the driver's side, but I don't. So I don't have wires coming from the ECM to an electric fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this NPT pipe plug right here, and I'm going to just run my temperature switch right there. And since I run 160 because 1, I don't have AC, and 2, I don't plan on driving it much in the winter, so it can stay cool, more power, nice. Just run it right here. It'll kick on, run the harness to the left, and on the front right side by the battery, It'll do its own thing. It'll kick on when it needs to. I won't have to run wiring, you know, way around the truck. Yeah, but I'm already hot, and I'm going to get back at it here. I'm going to have to mix up a cup full of paint and spray that thing blue after it dries. What else here? What else has to be done? I am still waiting on a little cash flow where I can get my ECM tuned. You did see it run, but that was on the Caprice's computer, which is basically the same thing. I could literally leave it in there, except for I have to still take it back and have it set to 373s. So if I'm gonna pay $100 to get a tune, I might as well take the computer I'm going to use with the tire size and the rear gear size and everything, the motor size, and have it tuned to actually work with this setup. So no point in paying $100 to have that one tuned for 373s and that one tuned again to work on the Caprice, because that'd be $200 and a waste of money. So what else needs to be done? I'm gonna run hoodless for a while, because I am going to chop this hood up and try to make a custom hood. Yeah. So that should only take me 8 months. I'm not worried about putting this door panel back on, because I'm actually going to repaint them the same color as the dash, which I'm going to try to make the light blue, but in a metallic. I sort of figured it would look better. I've already got high build primer to do my dash, which I am currently doing. You'll see that probably before you see this. Other than that, it's moving. That's the good thing. But I'm gonna jump off here, kick up the jams, and start ripping into it even more. We're gonna mix up a little paint here. This is just oil base blue, safety blue, whatever. I'm gonna be spraying this through a cheap HVLP gun from TCP Global. It's actually their gun, like their brand gun. What I like about using this stuff is mix as much as you think you need. If anything, mix more than you need, and just shake that better. Because when you mix this with your thinner, you can put it right back in here. It won't make a difference. Bottom of that hurts my fingers every time I do that. Trying to keep it clean, but at the same time, it's oil based. It's going on something that's going to get scratched like crazy, i.e. the Swaybar. So I'm not too worried about it. Should have put some gloves on. Go get some gloves on. Yeah, these things are covered in dirt. Now this is just regular fins, oil-based paint, stains, varnishes. And it's about 2 to 1, so. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick. This isn't nothing special. There's actually a hammer on there, so if you're like, here, it's a hammer. There's a hammer on there. Yes, my garage is a mess. I am a messy worker. Run my hose out. Usually I'd paint it with a brush, out of brushes. Now maybe you can hear me a little better. As you can see, I don't do much painting. Not here anyway. See, like that'll probably be way too much paint. But any leftover oil base, you can put right back into the can. So I like oil base. And there's no hardener or anything like that, so. And as I said, best thing about oil base, pop your can back open. It does nothing to the paint. Don't hurt it at all. Do the poppity poopity here. There we go. Almost a full can still. and Swaybar's done. Easy peasy. These gloves are found, they were free, so I don't care. Whew, hate my hands sweating. But I'm gonna let that dry. That's actually gonna take hours to dry because, again, oil base. I got new bushings. The brackets for them are over here drying. I did them last night. This is just canned satin black, nothing special. Clean the bolts. Booyah. Now I guess I will get back to that dashboard. Hate doing body work. But let's move on. Alright, Swaybar's dry. Got a little drippy action, but it's alright. New rubber bushings. Time to bolt that baby on and be done with it.